Okay, Randy. So here's what we got. We've got your composition up now. I see we're using a warm color scheme. That's cool. Um, there's a couple of things I think I mean, the minimalism is great, but I think there's some of the elements and principles that we've been studying that we can definitely add a little visual interest to the piece. So the first thing is called proximity, and proximity indicates that if things are close together, they have a relationship. So I'd like to create a tighter degree of proximity with the sun and the house. So in other words, bring that sun over a little bit closer to the house. All right. Then let's go ahead and add a couple more elements. For example, you could add a couple of hills here in the background behind the house, and that would help to indicate depth, and maybe even use a couple of trees on those hills so that you can further imply depth by employing the law of diminishing size, and then you would automatically have overlap if the hills went behind your house, right? So at that point, we'll have a complete composition, and that would leave a couple of comments on typography. So RC designs is one thing, but again, in terms of proximity, we have RC in the corners and designs in the corners, and that indicates to the viewer that these are completely unrelated elements. For that reason, what I would recommend doing is this. In the background up here, and right up in this corner maybe, just say RC Designs. Okay, use the same typeface and just say RC Designs. Then down here, go ahead and give us a couple of sentences about what RC Designs is. And I just want to reiterate one thing about designs is plural. So let's just make it RC Design, because, you know, like one of my design firms is called Full Circle Creative Design. So, and quite often you see design and not designs being plural. So RC Design, then just go give like 2 or 3 lines of what RC Design is, okay? And that would be it. Really stick with the warm color scheme. And again, in summary, just bring this closer in proximity. Think about typographic alignment and proximity. Let's place the RC Design up here. Let's place the subtext down here describing what it is. Create a little bit of depth and dimension by creating background, maybe some hills behind the house, or something to indicate that there's a little depth. There's just a little bit more to the scene than just the house. Okay, and those would be my recommendations moving forward. If you have any questions, Randy, please feel free to let me know. Thank you.